the story of the fishing star. As soon as he arrived at the southeast coast, which was now a part of Guangdong and the north, Lac Long Quan heard the people lamenting about the Ngu Tin disaster. Scenes of children losing their mothers and wives losing their husbands are common throughout the region. The whole coast was filled with people because of that monster. Read, the story is about a big fish that has lived for countless generations, often traveling in a wide sea, which is the Gulf of Tonkin now. Its body is more than 50 feet long, its tail is like a sail, and its legs are arranged in 2 rows on both sides of its body like the legs of a centipede. The fish star has a very large mouth that can swallow up to 3 people at a time. Its magic is extremely strange and can transform in hundreds of ways that no one can predict. It's been here for a long time, I don't know when. Every time it goes, there's wind and rain, and it's hard for boats to avoid accidents. The fish likes to eat human flesh. People who fish in seas and lakes offshore are being harmed. They have to secretly do business close to the shore, but sometimes they cannot escape because Ngu Tin is very sensitive. Every time I see the monster's shadow, people are filled with excitement and death is firmly in their hands. Ngu Tin's residence is a large cave that connects to the bottom of the sea. Above is a towering rocky mountain range that separates the coastal region into 2 regions. Ngu Tin then filled the sea with rocks, making the strait very narrow. Civilians of the 2 regions cannot help but interact with each other. Climbing the mountain is far and steep, only going by boat is the most convenient. But when going by boat, it is impossible not to go through that unique route. People want to carve out a mountain to make a road to avoid the waterway, but the rocks are hard and jagged, making it difficult to do so. So, when there is a fish lying in the cave with its mouth open to smell the boat passing by, the waves will roll over the boat, making it difficult for the victim to escape. It is said that there was once an angel who appeared to carve out the rock to open the way, allowing people to travel back and forth by road easily. When the fish star saw the angel touching his lair, he got angry, but he also knew that he was not an enemy of the angel, so he found a trick to make them leave their work unfinished. Made a white chicken fly to the top of the mountain and crow 3 times. The angel was digging when he suddenly heard a rooster crowing signaling a meeting of heaven, so he abandoned his work and rushed to heaven. That's why the mountain still stands tall, blocking the path. That's why today there are still traces of unfinished chiseled stones. People call that place Buddha Peach as if it now belongs to Guangdong. Talking about Lac Long Quan from the time he first arrived, listening to the story of Ngu Tin. Then he became angry and determined to exterminate the sea monster. The god then made a large boat and forged a block of iron with many horizontal and vertical holes inside. Then, the god boiled that block of iron and rowed the boat to the entrance of the fish star's cave. He pretended to hold a person and held it up as if he were throwing it to the fish star to eat. In the cave, when listening to noises, the fish have a habit of raising their heads and opening their mouths to welcome prey. Unexpectedly, Long Quan threw a block of red iron from the boat. The first time Ngu Tin was tricked and also the first time Ngu Tin was madly angry. He tried to spit out that dangerous object and jumped up to fight Long Quan. Long Quan jumped into the water to fight back. The 2 sides fought very fiercely. The battlefield expanded from north to south. At that time, people only saw rolling waves and waves, water splashing like a storm. The battle lasted 3 days and 3 nights. On Long Quan's side, the sea god helped him completely stop the storm and block the way for Ngu Tin to escape into the ocean. Ngu Tin's aura was very fierce at first, but gradually his strength weakened, and his esophagus was burned, so he had to change attack position to defense position. Long Quan chased after him and finally killed Ngu Tin and cut him into 3 pieces. At the end of the tale, the god took the skin and stretched it to dry on an island in the middle of the sea. Now that island is called Bak Long Vi. Meanwhile, Ngu Tin's head turned into a broken dog, used rocks to block the sea, then chased after him and killed him, throwing his head onto the mountain. Now that rocky mountain is also called Cao Do Sun. As for the body of Ngu Tin, it drifted to the land of Man Cao today, also known as Cao Man Cao. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.